Here's your update through the end of June 2025 for the Boise real estate market. The top three things you need to know are inventory's up, but closed and pending are also up. So what does that mean as we move forward and navigate this tricky market? If you want to find that out, watch the rest of this video. All right, as per usual, let's get zoomed in on what's happening in the market. So first thing we need to understand is what's going on with inventory. That's this red line here. We can see that we are up from 1,214 listings at the end of May to 1,318 listings through the end of June. So that's up 8.5% month over month. Year over year, we had 1,070 in June of 24. Now we have 1,318, so we're up 23%. Okay, so then what happened with closed? So closed units, we have 640 closed in June. That's up 10% month over month, which is a good figure to see considering inventory went up 8.5%. We're moving right along. In terms of year over year growth, we have 22%. That's 522 versus 640. Now, pendings, this is actually pretty interesting. So year over year, we're up 637 versus 572. That's up 11%. But month over month, we're actually down on pendings. We were 688 in May. We're 637 in June. So that's a little concerning when you look at where we are headed because inventory is climbing, at 8.5%, but pendings went down 7.5%. So that's a roughly 16% gap that we're seeing. This would lead to us having even more inventory through the end of July, which is pretty typical, makes sense. If you look at last year, we kind of flatlined July, August, September. I would say this is not going to happen. I'll jump back over to that feature there. This is not going to happen. I don't think we're going to be flat from June to July. I think July will actually go up again. I think we're going to see this similar trajectory on inventory. So what does that mean if you're a buyer? Well, the good news is you're going to have options to purchase. The other good news is interest rates have actually came down a little bit, which I think is really positive. We're seeing more activity, like boots on the ground right now. Our real estate team, City of Trees, we're seeing more and more buyer activity, which is great news for sellers as well. But what does this mean if you are a seller? What it means is they have choice. So when you're looking at all of these homes on the market, you have to be priced to win. Roughly every single week, you're getting a certain percentage of those homes that are actually selling. We'll back out and look at these numbers on the average days on market. Looks like the average days on market is 34 right now. But it depends on the price point you're looking at, right? If you get down into the 350 to 600K, you're going to be around 30 days on market. You get over, let's say, $1 million, you're going to be around 50 to 60 days on market. So a lot of this is going to depend on what your specific situation is. But what I can tell you for sure is that the solds and pendings are largely irrelevant compared to the active listings. The active listings are going to make up probably 70% of your pricing. Why? It's because buyers are choosing what they want to choose. And they're picking the homes that give the best bang for the buck and the best value. So if you're selling right now, you want to make sure you're positioned to sell. You want to be in the top 20% of the listings that you're competing with. Figure out what that is. Make sure you hire a real estate professional that understands not only how to position your home to be priced well, but they can also market the property really well because there is so much choice. It makes it different. If you're a seller right now, go look at the listings. See the ones that are professionally marketed, great photos, they're staged properly, things are put in the right place, and then see the ones that they hired their cousin who is a part-time realtor. You can tell the difference, and the buyers do too, and the days on market for those ones that are, probably not marketed as well, they're significantly higher than the rest. Go do the research for yourself. Let me know what you find out. That's all I've got for this video today. I'm curious what you think is going to happen in the market. There are many things that are moving our market. Nationally, we're seeing certain markets, inventories climbing significantly and prices are tanking. We're not seeing a significant price drop here yet. I do think that could be in the future if we continue on this inventory trend. We are largely driven by interest rates. The interest rates have came down over the last 30 days or so, and the buyer demand has picked up. So we saw interest rates peak about 7.25% or so. Right now they're closer to 6.75%. That's a 0.5% down. It's opened the buying window for a lot of people. So that's what's going on in the Boise area. I'm curious, what do you think about what's happening in our market? Where do you think we're going? Let me know in the comments or reply to your favorite City of Trees real estate agent with any questions you have. Thanks for watching.